Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Wripz, aka your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Hey, mama. Do I have a video for y'all today? I'm finally fucking back, my nigga. It's been 2 weeks since I uploaded. I've been on vacation, and when I got back from vacation, I was a little busy type shit, but I'm finally fucking back, guys. I'm sorry for not uploading for those 2 weeks. I haven't. I'm sorry. I told you guys on my message board or whatever the case is, community tab, whatever, that I wasn't. But I'm sorry for not uploading. I gotta say that because I'm never the type to not upload for 2 weeks straight, bro. Unless I quit. Like, fuck that. But I'm finally back. I hope you guys can forgive me. I hope you guys are still supporting me, but I'm finally fucking back. But yeah, I'm gonna be reacting to a bunch of old videos that I I didn't get to react to since I was on the cruise. So you guys might see some older videos until I catch back up with everything else. But yeah, today we react to Casual Geographic. It says the science behind the unproblematic nature of the capybara, whatever the fuck this shit is. We're back. I should react to CJ the Chance video. I think I'm gonna have some Wendy's and something like that. I'm gonna eat or whatever while watching that video because that video is like 20 minutes long. So I'm gonna do that after the gym. Yeah, Wendy's after the gym is fucked up, I know. But yeah, I'm gonna do that tonight. I'll get you guys the video probably tomorrow or the day after or something like that. But your boy Wripz is finally back. Hope you guys are still supporting. I also want to see it, maybe if you guys want me to eat, like, try different foods on video while reacting to. I don't know. I just want to try some new shit, bro. That's all it is. But before we get in the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, put in that post notification bell. But that's really it. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. You guys are here for this video. I'm looking swole as usual. But nah, for real. Let's get into the video. I had to turn off my fan because it's making some weird ass sound I never heard before. So whatever. We got the video right here. The science behind the unproblematic nature of the capybara. Full screen this shit. It's hot as shit now. Volume all the way up. Let's get it, man. Make sure everything is good.
Hold on, I made this joke already.
My OBS is bugging, bro. Oh no, we good.
I hope your month is full of successful days and a lot of great ventures. I hope you just come up, brother. You smell great. You smell great.
Damn.
Oh, the capybara. One of the most memeable animals to be added to Earth's roster. Almost entirely for their sheer positivity. And it's not like that fake positivity from animals like dolphins or performative activists on TikTok. Capybaras are legitimately unproblematic, almost too much for their own good. The thing is, they have no reason to be like this. In fact, they have every excuse to be the exact 180. But first, let's talk about what this aquatic stress ball is. It's a rodent, and pretty much a plus-size guinea pig since that's their closest relative, even though they're like 60 times heavier. Also, guinea pigs are one of the
few chair is fucked up, bro. Who broke my chair?
They can't swim, which is something cappies know nothing about since half their personality stays in the water with them. Just like their cousins the nutria, which is basically just a beaver you've never heard of. And the pacarata, who's probably most famous for getting abused with soap like a banned Old Spice ad. But out of all rodents, capybara are the heaviest and the ones closest to the weight class of a grown man. And considering how people feel about their cousins 100 times smaller, you would think the capybara would be the most hated oxygen sink on the planet. But the only thing more ironic than the fact that it's the complete opposite is the fact that this chunky chinchilla is so chill, since history shows they should really be the polar opposite. Usually when something's this unbothered, it's because they've never felt any kind of pressure from predators. It's why the quokkas on Rottnest Island have no fear of humans since they have no natural predators. Capybara, on the other hand, have more ops than a rapper with a RICO charge. These gigajuggles have to avoid being discharged from the population by the biggest big cat in North America, a discount store brand crocodile, and a paraplegic Jurassic understudy. Their childhood isn't any easier, because juveniles can get caught up with ocelots, a paralysis demon with wings, and technically pelicans don't count, but it's not for a
pelicans
life
is crazy.
And normally an animal that has to share an area code with this many threats to its way of life compensates by becoming a problem itself. For example, if zebras had a stripe for everything with the ability to bury them, they wouldn't have a single pixel of pale on them. And we all know those TV static stallions ride that excuse like they get tax breaks. It just makes more sense for a prey animal to be more willing to throw down. Predators get active to eat. Prey animals fight to live. But what doesn't make sense is a capybara doing the mannequin challenge 7 years late when there's a homicidal vice grip out looking for calories. It's kind of like honey badgers and capybaras are two ends of the nihilism spectrum. You got the four-legged assault Oreo who doesn't value anyone's life, not even its own, and then there's a hippo hamster who can't be physically bothered enough to care. And you would think this mentality would have gotten a cappy written out of the series of Life by Evolution. Or maybe they have the opposite of the kangaroo situation. The kangaroo situation is that kangaroos used to have to deal with some of the most cartoonishly absurd predators the world had ever seen.
The
Stuff like a 23-foot Komodo dragon or the marsupial lion Thylacrio. That prehistoric PTSD means that even though kangaroos
That
today
boy
have to deal with
boxing,
zero
my
apex
boy.
land predators, they still act like
Look
they're
at
in the
him.
trenches. So it's
Feet,
possible capybaras had few natural predators coming up, and now they're Helen Keller to all forms of
These
conflict.
niggas don't
Believe
give
it or
a
not,
fuck, bro.
capybaras weren't always the brolic beavers we know them as. Their ancestors were actually small rodents that evolved from Africa about 80 million years ago. Being small was lit because 1, it's a whole lot easier to hide, and number 2, eventually you get so small that putting you on a plane isn't worth the energy it would take to catch you. And when their ancestors pulled up to South America 40 million years later, they showed up to an area with few natural
motherfuckers on
predators and
steroids
plenty
now,
of food
bro.
in the forms of the grasses they like to eat. Scientists now say that it was the lack of predatory pressure that allowed this plus-size rabbit pig to grow to the size it is today. That, and apparently capybaras have a special form of insulin that's actually better at getting cells to divide and grow. In non-AP biology terms, because I never took that class, this meant that cappies were able to exceed their weight limits without also increasing their chances of getting clapped by cancer. But of course, nature always catches up, and it wasn't like the capybara was tanky enough to disregard danger like manatees are. And in a messed up Uno reverse, becoming a literal Mighty Mouse meant the capybara was now much more attracted to predators than it would have been if it would have stayed the same size pre-bulk. So it's pretty much like cappies today have to pay for how good their ancestors had it. Like Gen Z. It's also possible that the capybara isn't as easygoing as memes wants you to think it is. They live in groups, and each group has a dominant alpha male who gets the most food and female validation, which can lead to a lot of infighting in the cappy clan. And no matter how hard the alpha male tries to flex, there's always going to be a few subordinates that get it in behind his back with his women. So even though the dominant alpha male lays more pipe than any single subordinate, a majority of the plumbing actually comes from the subordinates as a whole. The females also get a say in the matter too, mostly because if a female ain't feeling a certain male, she dubs him by nosediving into the nearest body of water, where she can hold her breath for up to 5 minutes. There's actually a lot of drama in the cabbie community if you pay attention.
That's tough, my nigga.
It's definitely not like bonobos, who seem to have all social structure figured out, albeit for R-rated, definitely not safe for work reasons. That still doesn't explain why capybaras are so chill around animals not even in the same species. Like take Cheesecake, for example. Cheesecake was a capybara who was rescued and sent to live in a refuge for neglected and abused animals. But since she was only a baby at the time, she spent a lot of time living with the sanctuary's founder alongside her many dogs. And in typical cappy fashion, Cheesecake became one of the dogs, eating, sleeping, playing, and pretty much doing everything else in between with them. Eventually, she would be promoted to the de facto foster mom for any abandoned puppies coming through the sanctuary. She would regularly adopt a family of abandoned puppies and raise them like her own blood. She would even discipline her pups if they ever got too out of line. Cheesecake was basically a Mother Teresa for terriers and any other orphan pups. Those weren't the only animals she adopted in her time. There's actually a really good reason why capybaras are the best rodents to leave your children with, and why they're the polar opposite of Chuck E. Cheese. Something about that cheddar feed never really sat right with me. Capybaras do this thing called alloparenting, where they
I'm new to all this shit,
over
bro.
the babies in a group in this kind of like revolving daycare system. They'll even go as far as nursing pups that aren't even theirs. Pray for bro on the left. He going through some stuff none of us can comprehend right now. The benefit is that in a jungle full of EDP-sized threats to minors, this actually increases the capybaras' chances at actually surviving long enough to celebrate their birthday. But it also means that Cheesecake wasn't just a stepmother. She was the mother that stepped up. Also, I just want to say
mother that stepped. You got it, my boy.
Another capybara named Cobbler, and now Cheesecake and Cobbler are homies, and I feel like we should just take some time to appreciate that. Another
motherfuckers ugly as shit though, bro. Damn.
Like monkeys or painted dogs do the whole alloparenting thing, but cabbies are the only rodents that do it. Well, actually, technically not really. Turns out red squirrels will adopt orphans as long as they're somewhat closely enough related to them. But that's not the same as having a built-in nursery system.
Look at y'all, man.
So it seems that being
taking care of each other,
being as swole as they are, and having literal stepmother software in their system is what makes this He-Man hamster what it is. Capybaras got so much clout that even though they're truly native to South America, they have a pretty sizable fan base all over, but especially in Japan. Why Japan? Well, it all started in the Izu Shiboten Zoo in 1982. A worker was cleaning out an enclosure with hot water when he turned around and realized that all the capybara were huddled around a warm puddle that had formed. The worker said, "Bet," or whatever the equivalent in Japanese would be. And ever since, the Izu Shiboten Zoo would create these traditional hot yuzu baths for the water-loving hippo hamsters to enjoy. Which is the entire backstory as to how this video exists. And because whatever capybara received, they give back tenfold, these videos going viral single-handedly brought in thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of yen in revenue, all from people.
Damn, really?
Meaning it is scientifically proven, 100% non-refutable, that capybaras are good for the economy. If your country's currently in a recession, think to the last time you saw a capybara hot tub party. If you can't remember, then I think you found your problem. We don't need stimulus checks. We need more happy cabbies per capita. That's why there are entire websites dedicated to finding the closest capybara in your area. So if I ever post a picture of me and a capybara with no context, this is the context. Capybaras are such an unlimited serotonin hack that naturally people are going to ask if they're good pets. And my answer is, yeah, they'd probably be good pets. Question is, would you be a good owner? Here's why you probably wouldn't. One is that they poop. A
lot.
lot. They kind of have the panda problem, where they eat things that don't give them a whole lot back, so to compensate, they eat a whole lot more of it. Which means they seem to drop deuces at will. You might not get to notice just how much, because capybara also take part in coprophagia, which in NICE 2023 YouTube guidelines terms means to eat food twice to get all the nutrients out of it.
Oh my god, my dog used to do that, bro.
In action, there's the fact that you have to feed them in the first place. Remember, we're talking about a gerbil that can weigh as much as you. But you're not just feeding one cappy. Since they're social animals that don't do well alone, you'd have to adopt a buddy for him or even another one after that. Cause two's company, but three's a party. And no self-respecting cappy would hop out at the after party with an entourage of one. All jokes aside, that same logic is why Switzerland considers a guinea pig a victim of abuse if it has to live alone. It's really not that different for a guinea pig.
Oh my god.
I should have used that from the beginning. There's also the fact that since half their life involves water, you're gonna have 24-hour access to anything the capybara can at least wade in. And before you say bathtub, just remember that most of their backdoor business happens while they're in the water. So
oh my god, so the bubbles.
Rethink that. But the best reason why you might want to hold off on adopting a walking coconut, it's still a wild animal. Don't let the memes get it twisted.
Literally.
Despite all the hype, they're still very much capable of inflicting violence when they want to, or when they feel like they need to. And I'm gonna just say, it's real cute until you get it mad and you realize you now have a 150-pound rodent with an overbite coming at you. In fact, in 2005, a capybara in a Japanese zoo murked a spider monkey that was standing in his pool by grabbing it by the neck. So if you're considering adopting a biting,
I'm good off of that, bro. I promise you, I'm good off of it, bro.
Because only one of them can give you tax credits. Or you can just move to Tigre, Argentina, because the South American city has been taken over. And when I say taken over, I mean that in the most passive way possible. With fires and an unusually cold winter killing their food supply, the Cappy clan seen the spawn en masse inside the Argentinian gated community.
These niggas just walking around like they own the shit, bro.
Hold up. The upside, free lawn control. The downside is these deer rabbits marrying the problems of the two animals in one package. They destroy gardens and leave behind Hershey kisses, while also becoming a danger to everyone on the road. There have also been reports of capybara running fades with pet dogs, although to be fair, the dogs probably started it. But there is another bright side if you want to look at it that way. The biggest threat to a capybara isn't a jaguar or a caiman. It's actually humans who have historically hunted them for their meat and for their hide to turn into leather. We're their biggest op by far, and if they decide to take back what's theirs,
that nigga trying. Oh my god.
And the fact that they're doing it to a gated, rich community,
nobody's safe.
There's a moral in there somewhere. But that's gonna do it for this video. For more consistent uploads, be sure to check out my TikTok and Instagram. I try to post daily on both. And if you'd like to support this channel beyond subscribing, also consider becoming a patron on Patreon. But like, only do it if you can afford it, because honestly, you watching a video this far is actually more than I can really ask for. Got a whole lot of video ideas I want to get out for the new year, so as always,
yes sir,
water,
me too, bro.
Dap up your father if he's not into the whole hugging thing. Try to be a cappy in a world full of cappers. And I'ma see y'all
when I see you guys. Oh. Thanks for watching. Yo, that's for the boys. Great way to come back to the channel, bro. Seeing some unproblematic shit. I'm definitely gonna be uploading a lot more. School starts tomorrow, but the better thing, the thing about that is that I'm taking online classes this semester. I'm not taking remote classes. Remote classes, you gotta be in the class at a certain time. Where online classes, you go whenever you want. You got with this due by that date and make sure it's done, and that's that, bro. So I can upload a lot more. Still gonna be doing a lot of shit, but I'm trying over here, boys. I kind of want to be, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, I'm gonna try to upload the most I can. I'm sorry for not uploading for 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to do that video tonight after the gym if I'm not tired, bro. Wendy's, oh my god, Wendy's is so fire. Anyways, I'm gonna track it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. But your boy Wripz is signing out of here, so I'm gonna see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.
Man down, you could get ran down. I got the bands now. She let me fuck, she a fan now. If you get hit, better stay down. Know they be broke, but they stay loud. We don't grow up from the same ground. They on the ground for the fame now.